Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. I just want to share to you a story in the book of Samuel, chapter 4. This is about the death of Eli. A man from the tribe of Benjamin ran all the way from the battle field to Shiloh and arrived there the same day. To show his grief, he had torn his clothes and put dirt on his head. Eli, who was very worried about the convenant bags, was sitting in his seat beside the road, staring. The man spread the news throughout the town, and everyone cried out in fear. Eli heard the noise and asked, "What is all this noise about?" The man hurried to Eli to tell him the news. Eli was now 98 years old and almost completely blind. The man said, "I have escaped from the battle and have run all the way here today." Eli asked him, "What happened, my son?" The messenger answered, "Israel ran away from the Philistines. It was a terrible defeat for us. Besides that, your son Hophni and Phinehas were killed and God's covenant box was captured." When the man mentioned the covenant box, Eli fell backward from his seat beside the gate. He was so old and fat that the fall broke his neck and he died. He had been a leader in Israel for 40 years. And this is about the death of the widow of Phinehas. Eli's daughter-in-law, the wife of Phinehas, was pregnant, and it was almost time for her baby to be born. When she heard that God's covenant bags had been captured and that her father-in-law and her husband were dead, she suddenly went into labor and gave birth. As she was dying, the woman helping her said to her, "Be brave, you have a son." But she paid no attention and did not answer. She named the boy Ichabod, explaining God's glory has left Israel, referring to the capture of the covenant bags and the death of her father-in-law and her husband. God's glory has left Israel, she said, because God's covenant bags has been captured. The covenant bags among the Philistines. After the Philistines captured the covenant bags, they carried it from Ebenezer to their city of Ashdod, took it into the temple of their god Dagon, and set it up beside his statue. Early the next morning, the people of Ashdod saw that the statue of Dagon had fallen face downward on the ground in front of the Lord's covenant bags. So they lifted it up and put it back in its place. Early the following morning, they saw that the statue had again fallen down in front of the covenant bags. This time its head and both its arms were broken off and were lying in the doorway. Only the body was left. That is why even today the priests of Dagon and all his worshippers in Ashdod step over that place and do not walk on it. The Lord punished the people of Ashdod severely and terrified them. He punished them and the people in the surrounding territory by causing them to have tumors. When they saw that was happening, they said, "The God of Israel is punishing us and our god Dagon. We can't let the covenant bags stay here any longer." So they sent messengers and called together all 5 of the Philistine kings and asked them, "What shall we do with the covenant bags of the God of Israel?" Take it over to Gath, they answered. So they took it to Gath, another Philistine city. But after it arrived there, the Lord punished that city too and caused a great panic. He punished them with tumors, which developed in all the people of the city, young and old alike. So they sent the convenant back to Ekron, another Philistine city. But when it arrived there, the people cried out, "They have brought the convenant bags of the God of Israel here in order to kill us all." So again they sent for all the Philistine king and said, "Send the convenant bags of Israel back to its own place, so that it won't kill us and our families." There was panic throughout the city because God was punishing them so severely. Even those who did not die developed tumors, and the people cried out to their gods for help. And this is about in Samuel chapter 6, the return of the convenant bags. After the Lord convenant bags had been in Philistia for 7 months, the people called the priest and the magician and asked, "What shall we do with the convenant bags of the Lord? If we send it back where it belongs, what shall we send with it?" They answered, "If you return the convenant bags of the God of Israel, you must of course send with it a gift to him to pay for your sin. The convenant bags must not go back without a gift. In this way you will be healed, and you will find out why he has kept on punishing you. What gift shall we send him?" The people asked. They answered, 5 gold models of tumors and 5 gold mice, one of each for each Philistine king. The same pledge was sent on all of you, and on the 5 kings you must make these models of the tumors and of the mice that are ravaging your country. And you must give honor to the God of Israel. Perhaps he will stop punishing you, your gods, and your land. Why should you be stubborn as the king of Egypt and the Egyptian were? Don't forget how God made fools of them until they let the Israelites leave Egypt. So prepare a new wagon and 2 cows that have never been yoked. Hitch them to the wagon and drive their calves back to the barn. Take the Lord convenant bags, put it on the wagon, and place in a box besides it the gold models that you are sending to him as a gift to pay for your sin. Start the wagon on its way and let it go by itself. Then watch it go. If it goes towards the town of Beth Shemesh, this means that it is the God of the Israelites who has sent this terrible disaster on us. But if it doesn't, then we will know that he did not send the floods. It was only a matter of chance. They did what they were told. They took 2 cows and hitched them to the wagon and shut the cows in the barn. They put the convenant bags in the wagon together with the bags containing the gold models of the mice and of the tumors. The cows started off on the road to Beth Shemesh and headed straight toward it without turning off the road. They were mooing as they went. The 5 Philistine kings followed them as far as the border of Beth Shemesh. The people of Beth Shemesh were reaping wheat in the valley when suddenly they looked up and saw the convenant bags. They were overjoyed at the sight. The wagon came to a field belonging to a man named Joshua, who lived in Beth Shemesh, and it stopped there near a large rock. The people chopped up the wooden wagon and killed the cows and burned them as unborn sacrifice to the Lord. The Levites lifted off the convenant box of the Lord in the box with the gold models in it and placed them on the large rock. Then the people of Benjamin offered burnt sacrifice and other sacrifice to the Lord. The 5 Philistine kings watched them do this and then went back to Ekron that same day. The Philistines sent the 5 gold tumors to the Lord as a gift to pay for their sin, one each for the cities of Ashdod, Gaza, Askelon, Gath, and Ekron. They also sent gold mice, one for each of the cities ruled by the 5 Philistine king, both the fortified towns and the villages without walls, the large rock in the field of Joshua of Benjamin, on which they placed the Lord covenant box, is still there as a witness to what happened. The Lord killed 70 of the men of Benjamin because they looked inside the covenant box, and the people mourned because the Lord had caused such a great slaughter among them. And that's all for today. Thank you. Bye.